What's up, Zero Game? It's Castle Zero Vlogs. You guys already know who it is. This is a very overdue video. This is Nick Cannon that got caught up in that whole calling, a certain race animals, alright? Now, I've never seen the video whatsoever. I have the full video right here. I'm not going to make a reaction video to the entire thing, but I'm going to make a reaction video to the most important part. I will make a reaction video to basically the 15-minute spot where it's the most valuable and the thing that everyone's talking about. So I'm gonna give my own input like I always do, and we're gonna see if I can break this down and either make sense or figure out if he's right or wrong, as we always do in all the reaction videos. I'm gonna give you guys my honest opinion and of course react to it as well. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you guys like, subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know your opinion. Let me know if you guys think that he's right, wrong, etc. And make sure you guys check out some of the merch. This is new merch, by the way. All right, Zero Game. Tiger just come out of my chest. All right. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's see what's going on, and yeah, let's get into this.
And what messaging,
domination and world control,
are we putting out there? And then when we go and we speak about the new world order, I have this question for you. Why is it? Why is the new world order a one world government, domination, world control? Why is that so dangerous? Why is that a bad thing? Why isn't that a good thing? Why can't?
Okay, so the reason why one government is bad because it eliminates choice, right? So when one company owns everything, you don't really have a choice. That's kind of how monopolizing is bad for the consumer. So monopolizing is bad because, for instance, there's one company that owns all the glasses, sunshades, prescription glasses, any glass that you buy, one company produces all of it. So they can charge whatever they want because who's gonna stop them? What's the competition? No one. They don't have to make things better for the consumer because you don't have a choice, right? Like Target versus Walmart, they try to have the lowest prices, you have the best products, so you can come to them. So for instance, if everyone goes to Walmart because they have a better price and the same quality of the product, while you shop at Target and their stuff is more expensive. But what if Walmart and Target became the same owners, right? Then they can charge whatever they want because who else are you going to go to? Where else are you going to buy it from? Let's just say it's something that you need. You can't buy it because you don't have a choice. So they can make literally something as simple as a rock, for example, and charge thousands and thousands of dollars for it, kind of like a diamond, because diamonds literally have no value. Diamonds have absolutely no value, but they're able to charge as much as they want because they have no competition. That's one good example. Sunshades are a good example. There are sunshades that literally are worth like $10, but they are like $300 to $800 because who's gonna stop them? No one. And they can charge this. I need glasses to see. What am I gonna do? Who else am I gonna go to? No one. So that is really, really important. Why we do not want one government. We don't want we don't want one system, because when you have one system, that eliminates choice for the consumer. I just got in this video and I'm already trying to explain some stuff. Let's see the rest of it.
Subscribe to say, oh, we just want everyone to come together. We want everyone to we want the nations to unite. We want a united nation. Why is that dangerous?
I had the pleasure of having some brief conversations the other night in Brooklyn, New York, at the Barclays Center, behind stage with Erykah Badu. She did a video, window seat.
Right.
And then she did a couple other videos where she literally was walking through and disrobing.
Right.
And,
where JFK was
assassinated. Right. And gunshots rang out and she bled blue blood. See where I'm going with this?
The blue bloods.
The blue bloods. So regardless of what we call them.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
And let's see if we're going to go to blue blood, going back to understanding.
So are we talking about aliens? What am I watching? what am I watching? Now, I'm not going to say aliens don't exist, because if you know anything about space and science, anything of the sort, then you know that there's a high chance of another life form, right? But blue, let me see what the rest they're talking about. I'm feeling like tinfoil heads right now, but I'm gonna try to be a little bit more open-minded. Let's see what they're talking about.
A blue blood is a European person because they don't have pigment in their skin that you can see their blue veins.
Exactly, and blood is blue until oxygen, the air hit it, and it turns red.
Right.
party.
That's true.
You see, it's not
Bloods and Crips.
exactly. They set that kind of thing.
It's deep.
Hegelian dialectic principle.
Yeah.
The opposing forces controlled by the same people.
Right. So then let's go to what it really is then. When we talk about the power of melanated people, when we talk about who we really are as guys and understanding that our melanin is so powerful and it connects us in a way that the reason why they fear black, the reason why they fear is because the lack that they have of it. So then when you see what, Dr. Francis.
Wait. Is he trying to say, like, the pigmentation in people's skin gives them godlike powers? Is that what I'm getting out of this? Is that what's happening right now? Because I want to be able to throw cars like Magneto. I want to be able to run through a train like Juggernaut, all right? Fly in space like Superman. If there's something that they know about having pigmentation in your skin, then I need to figure this out, because I'm getting cheated pretty hard here. Yeah. Okay. This seems like some nutcase stuff, but let's try to get into it. I'm feeling this is a bunch of like woke people with some conspiracies and stuff like that. I mean, I love a good conspiracy. I believe people live on the moon, right? I love some good conspiracies, but there has to be some type of evidence to back it up. There has to be some type of like fact to back it up. I'm not gonna believe in ghosts if you're like, oh, look at the blinds moving, or oh, look, there's a shadow or something like that. I'm not gonna believe in that. But if there's actually like footage or something like that, I don't mean like some little fake footage. I mean like footage where a person was actually there, and there's tests being run in the footage to show there was any editing, etc., then maybe I can be more willing to believe it. To be like, oh, I have powers because of the Bible, or I have powers because of Egypt, or I have come on, man, that corny stuff out of here. Let's get into the rest of this.
Welsling talked about is that fear and that
just genetic annihilation.
Efficiency of when you have a person that has the lack of pigment, the lack of melanin, that they know that they will be annihilated. So therefore, however they got the power, they have the lack of compassion. That melanin comes with compassion. Melanin comes with soul. That we call it soul. We soul brothers and sisters. That's the melanin that connects us. So the people that don't have it are a little.
Oh my god, I can't even get to the video. There's so much to say in such a short amount of time. Humans have, like, black people have pigmentation. Is this a genetic mutation? When you're in hotter areas, you need darker skin. Well, the darker you are, it's harder for radiation to pierce your skin. All right, to make it very simple. Try to make sure it's as simple as possible so I don't confuse people. So when light comes through, right, when the sunlight hits your skin and you're white, which is actually transparent, then you have all your I'm gonna call your gushy cells. All right, you have your outer layer of skin that protects the inner layer of skin, and if actual radiation or ionizing radiation were to hit the inner part of your body, it gives you cancer because it alters your DNA, to make it simple. All right, it mutates you. So when your skin is darker, it's harder for that light to pierce your skin, if that makes sense. So basically what he's talking about, he's an idiot so far. He's dumb, to make it simple. Let's get into the rest of the video.
I'm going to say this carefully, are a little less, and where the term actually comes from, because I'm bringing it all the way back around to Minister Farrakhan, to where they may not have the compassion or the when they were sent to the mountains of Caucasus, when they didn't have the power of the sun, that the sun then started to deteriorate them. So then they're acting out of fear. They're acting out of low self-esteem. They're acting out of a deficiency. So therefore, the only way that they can act is evil. The only way they have to rob, steal, rape, kill, and
fight or flight,
in order to survive.
Exactly.
So then these people who didn't have what we had, and when I say we, I speak of the melanated people.
Right.
They had to be savages. They had to be barbaric. Because they're in these Nordic mountains. They're in these rough, torrential environments. So they're acting as animals.
Right.
So they're the ones that are actually closer to animals. They're the ones that are actually the true savages. And then they built up such this I don't want to say warrior, but they built up such this conquering barbaric mentality that they're coming out of Europe, they then said, in order for us to survive, we have to take what's not ours. And then they went into the land that actually where we are originated. And instead of trying to make friends, they said, we want what you got. Because there's this mentality of whether it's the Caesars or even that.
Okay, there's so many things wrong with this dude said, man. I don't know where to start. So basically, no one had a boat at the time. The time they talked about, at least, no one had a boat. They basically wanted to increase their riches, pretty much. Explore stuff, find things that are rare, and sell it. That's pretty much what the whole building a boat and going to other places. It wasn't being like, oh, I'm not black. Well, they didn't even know black people even really existed. So if we talk about way back then, when they very first built a boat, everyone was separated pretty much, right? Pretty sure you had a couple of oddballs here and there, but everyone was separated. Blacks were blacks, Mexicans were Mexicans, white were whites, etc., etc. And basically, they were trying to increase their wealth. They were trying to, basically they were pirates, I guess you can say. And they had grab stuff, bring it back, sell it, etc. And basically, what happened was that, and I'm gonna talk about from the Europeans' perspective, since that's what he's talking about. I'm not talking about any other perspective. This from their perspective. Doesn't make it actually right or wrong. It's just a perspective. Okay. So when they built a boat, they were searching for stuff, right? Trying to figure out what else is out there, because now we know everything. They didn't. All right. From their point of view, only white people existed. Maybe Mexicans. Maybe not even that. Maybe it's probably only white people. I wasn't there, so I have to go by what I've read. And they traveled out, right? And when they came to Africa, for instance, or wherever the place he said, one of the hotter areas with people with pigmentation in their skin, black people, or Africans, I guess it would be, because black people are only in America. Then they actually thought that black people were a type of monkey or something like that. That's pretty much how it went. And as ignorant as it may be, they're like, "Oh, we found a new type of animal, pretty much." But quickly, they obviously found out, they weren't like animals. So it wasn't about them being like, "Oh yeah, let's conquer everything." How would you even know to conquer anything if you think that you're the only species? You get what I'm saying? Imagine if you're whatever race you are, you never seen an opposite race, a person with dark skin, if you're light skin, or a person with light skin if you're as black as African, right? It looks weird. The facial features look weird. The skin complexion looks weird. The hair looks weird. It just looks weird. You would think that it's an animal. You really would. Even from an African to a white person's perspective, you think it's oh, that must be a type of monkey or something. Because I know I'm a human. I know these people are humans. What is that? You get what I'm saying? It'd be a Bigfoot or something like that. Is Bigfoot human? No. Bigfoot isn't real, but you saw Bigfoot. Is that a type of monkey? It can't be a person. You get what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what that whole thing was about. And I want to make sure something's very, very clear. Everyone had slaves back in the day. Whites, blacks, Mexicans, natives, everyone had a slave. Slavery was very normal back then. It was about alphas and betas. If you were a beta, you probably were a slave. And then the final thing I want to say is that, I know he's trying to victimize, black people and kind of act all white people are tyrants, but you can't colonize a continent with the type of firepower they had back then. They had those little, they had those guns where it's one shot, or you shoot something, you guys know what I'm talking about. Those. Imagine you shoot and you miss, right? You try with the gun, right? And then you get your dome knocked in. Those Africans, I'm pretty sure they can fight a lot better. That's all they have with their hands and arrows, right? Come on, man, you gotta use common sense here. But anyway, let's get back to the video. I can go on and on and on. Let's get back into the video. I don't want this video to be too long. Let's get back into the video.
We have to conquer. Right. So I say all that to say the context, and when we speak of whether it's Jewish people, white people, Europeans, the Illuminati, They were doing that as survival tactics
Right.
to stay on this planet.
Right, because
we never had to do that.
Right, because they've learned when they circumnavigated the globe and they ran into these islands and these places, and we were already there to greet them.
Right. With open arms.
With open arms, teaching them, but then...
Okay, that's... there's so much wrong information in this. With open arms, were you there? No one was there. No one alive today was there. So you can't say with open arms. We don't know how it went. Those who win the war write history. Always remember that. You can't believe history to be exactly how it was because it's only one-sided. That makes absolutely no sense. With open arms, we don't know. Who knows? No one knows. That's a lie.
They were deficient.
They were deficient, so they wanted to get what they thought we had, and we did have it. So the rape took place of the woman. The theft took place of the natural resources.
And then that's where their disease.
Exactly.
That's where their mentality, because I'm trying to get to that place of how they were able to get control over the gods. How they were able to get control over their
once they learned that, though, and now they raped and impregnated.
People with loincloths. I'm not trying to talk crap. I'm trying to give you a little perspective. People with loincloths and people that are literally nude are gods. What is he talking about, dude? This sounds like some type of like black empowerment BS stuff. Well, they do have a black face back there. Black empowerment BS stuff so like black people can feel good about themselves. It's very simple. Go to work hard. Don't be an idiot. Don't be a follower. Don't believe everything you see. It's not that hard to get ahead in life. There's like that, oh, I got 5 children. I'm on welfare. White people did me so wrong. No, you made bad choices in life, and this is the outcome. Like I hate this pity party stuff. This is so stupid, dude. But I'm gonna react to it for you guys. Let's finish this video.
By 2050, every person will be a person of color.
In a minute.
They saying that's a...
Okay. That's so stupid, dude. Are people believing this stupidity? Like, do I have to even make a reaction video to this to correct this? Are people this stupid? Everyone's gonna be a person of color. So what is that? What are you implying? Like every other race is gonna be annihilated? Genocide is gonna happen? Genetically, that makes literally no sense. Do you mean everyone's gonna be a mutt? What does that mean? Everyone's gonna be a black person? What are you talking about? That makes absolutely no sense. By 2050, everyone's gonna be a person of color. What are you? Wait, there's like a death plan going on that I don't know about. What's happening? I know 2020 is pretty messed up. But what? That makes no sense.
When you show up, they view a grown, 6 foot tall, 230-pound black man the same as they do a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Because in us is the genetic material to annihilate them.
Ooh, and that's their fear of God.
It's their fear.
It's their fear of God.
Exactly.
And then for everybody, because I'm gonna bring it back in context again, because just so you know, get that book, The ISIS Papers. If you haven't, it's essential.
So here's a mini problem with this. This is an agenda to sell you a book. All of this is to make money. They're doing the exact same thing that they're trying to claim, I guess, all white people are doing or something like that. He's trying to sell you a book. He's trying to get you emotionally invested to have you spend your money. He's doing the exact same thing everyone else does. Don't buy his book. This is stupid. This makes no sense. And it's all factual. Where's the facts? Where's the facts? You can't just make stories up and say it's a fact. That makes absolutely no sense. This is a disgrace. Seriously. If you believe this, you're a disgrace to humans everywhere. Actually, my stuff died. My camera died, unfortunately. But basically, I just want to wrap that video up by simply saying that, yeah, what he said was stupid. I really believe what he said was stupid, and it's creating segregation. And we already have enough oh, the whites over here, the blacks over there. This is stupid, man. We're all humans when it really boils down to it. Stop crying over the past. Get over the past. Become something successful in your life. Stop blaming your problems on something that you were never involved in, that you never lived through. Stop putting that on yourself. Honestly, take responsibility for your bad choices in life, get over it, and become something successful. 5 years is a long time. Imagine spending 5 years rather than hating about something that never happened to you. Imagine spending 5 years and trying to get ahead in life and trying to be successful. Imagine that. With that note, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, leave a comment, share it with your friends, let people know about this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.